Use a table of values to sketch a graph of 3x minus y equals -6. Again, we want to get y alone on one side of the equation before we make our table of values. It makes the math easier in the long run. So we're going to write out the equation, 3x minus y equals -6, and we're going to try and get y alone. The first thing we do to get rid of that 3x is subtract 3x from both sides of the equation. This leaves us with a minus y on the left-hand side. And you have to be careful. A lot of students forget that y is being subtracted from 3x. So when we get rid of the 3x, we still have a minus y. Now on the right, again, those are not like terms, so we're just going to write -6 minus 3x. And we're not done, because y is not alone. Y has that negative sign in front of it. To get rid of the negative sign, we can remember that -y is the same as -1y. And so to get y alone, since y is being multiplied by -1, we do the opposite. We divide everything by -1. When we do that on the left-hand side, we have y alone. On the right, -6 divided by -1 is +6. And then the other term also becomes positive. A negative divided by a negative is a positive, and we get 3x. So in this case, we have y equals 6 plus 3x. So now we're ready to make our table of values. Let's see, we have x, and then y, and then we've got 6 plus 3x. Now let's pick our x values, and then we can plug them in to find the y values. Let's pick 1 and 2, 0, -1, -2. And let's plug them in. We'll start with 1. We've got 6 plus 3 times x. In this case, that's 1. That's going to be 6 plus 3, which is 9. Then when x is 2, we have 6 plus 3 times 2. 3 times 2 is 6, so this is 6 plus 6, which is 12. All right. Then when x is 0, we have 6 plus 3 times 0. And anything times 0 is 0, so this is just 6 plus 0, which is 6. Then we go to the negatives. We've got 6 plus 3 times -1. Well, 3 times -1 is -3. And so we can either write 6 plus -3 or just 6 minus 3. I think 6 minus 3 is easier. And 6 minus 3, of course, is 3. Let's plug in -2. We've got 6 plus 3 times -2. 3 times -2 is -6, so this becomes 6 minus 6, which is 0. And let's see what these points give us. So we have 5 points. We've got 1, 9, 2, 12, 0, 6, -1, 3, -2, 0. All right. So 1, 9 is going to be to the right 1 and up 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And since mine only goes up to 8, I'm going to go just one more to get that 9 up there. It's about right there. Good. But if you look at the second point, if you look at 2, 12, the problem is that we have a y coordinate of 12, and my y barely goes up to 8. 9 was a stretch. 12 is going to be somewhere all the way up here, and we're just going to throw that point away. It's outside of where we've drawn our grid. We could extend the y-axis up, but instead I'm just going to skip that point and focus on the points that are on the grid that I'm working with. So the next point is 0, 6. Since the x-coordinate's 0, we're not going to the left or the right. We're just going to stay on the y-axis. and the y coordinate is 6, so we're going to go up to 0, 6 right there. Then the next point is negative 1, 3, so that's to the left 1 and up 3. It's going to be right there. Let's plot that point. And then after that we have negative 2, 0. It's to the left 2. Since the y coordinate's 0, we're not going up or down. We're just going to stay right there on the x-axis at negative 2. And because we only have 3 points that are really on the grid nicely, that fourth one is a little bit off, I'm going to pick one more x value for the table of values. It looks like if we go to the left, we're going to have another point that fits, and so I'm going to pick negative 3. So we've got 6 plus 3 times negative 3. 3 times negative 3 is negative 9, so we're going to have 6 minus 9. This is negative 3. So we have the point negative 3, negative 3. And if we look on the graph, the x-coordinate is negative 3. That means we go to the left 3. The y-coordinate is also negative 3, so we're going to go down 3. And then our last point is going to be right here at negative 3, 3. These points all look like they're on the same line, which is promising. So we're going to draw that line, and then we're going to label the equation 3x minus y equals negative 6. And that's our line. We're always able to get more points if we need them by picking more x values, figuring out more y values, and getting more points.